Mel and I were talking about this. The last couple of weeks, I have maybe nonstop, every couple of days, maybe every day, listened to the Crosby, Stills, and Nash album. Crosby, Stills, and Nash. And it occurs to me to say this because I think sometimes a lot of people ask me what sticks, like what music have I been really revisiting since I've been doing this, and I guess it comes up on it kind of occurs to me to say, I was telling Mel, like, this album has just not missed. I've been able to play it constantly, like, no matter what I'm doing, whether I'm trying to sing the harmonies, whether I'm cooking, whether I'm driving someplace, like idly just chilling at the house. Like, it's just such an easy album to put on. It has so much to dig into. And it's really been an album that's kind of impacted me heavily since I've listened to it. So she asked if I had told you guys, and I was like, no, you know what, I haven't yet. And she was like, I think people might like to know, like, a lot of people wonder what, like, you kind of return to. And so it just occurs to me to tell you guys, because my wife thought it was a good idea. I have been revisiting the Crosby, Stills, and Nash album constantly. For those of you that are interested in, like, what I return to, that has certainly been one. Ziggy Stardust is another one that I've constantly kind of had on the wheel, like of my own personal like digital turntable. Those two albums I would say are probably my most like. And another one. This isn't one I discovered on stream. My W's for my beloved friggin' super dope total Betty of a wife, Mel. She introduced me to Jerry Garcia's solo album, Garcia in parentheses compliments. I have listened to that album continuously lately. I highly recommend that you hop into it if you have not. Just so you know, this is what it looks like. It's not one you can, watch me discover listening to, but it's one I highly suggest. If you have not listened to this album, do it. Like I said, you cannot watch me do it, but some of the songs on this album are genuinely When the Hunter, this song, this is this I sent this to Aaron Crimson Raider like shortly after I listened to it. I was like, Crimson, you have to listen to this album. This is
Everyday things change, and the world puts on.
so just so it I watched my own video of me reacting to Cheech, so I have to say now twice, and I say this with some shame. I might get hired. Yo, hey, Scoots, if that friggin' happens, dude, let me know. That would be so cool. Hey, listen to this album. Do it. Friggin' do it. Anyways, for those of you... Just take my word for it. I've listened to this album so many times lately. My main turns in the last probably 3 weeks of my life, just so you know, since the new year, I have been listening to Crosby, Stills, and Nash, Ziggy Stardust, Garcia Compliments, and the Pedestrian Verse album by Frightened Rabbit. Those have been like the albums that have been in my ears in the last, like, since January 1. So spend some time listening to those if you want to get into my head, into my ears, whatever. Yeah.